Welcome to the NorthOps Fire Weather Webcast for Monday, August 10th, 2026. The water vapor loop from GOES 18 shows monsoon moisture pooling over the southern half of California due to the offshore low spinning off the central California coast. The broad offshore low will merge with the incoming shortwave to form a more potent low. Tropical moisture can also be seen progressing northward and will be part of the mix in the coming days. A noticeable mid-level dry slot currently lies over northern California. The visible satellite loop this morning reveals a shallow but a little deeper marine layer compared to previous days across portions of the near coast. Heavier concentrations of smoke can be seen in the drainages near the Milepost 18 fire in the Northwest Mountains, and heavier concentrations of smoke can also be seen across eastern Siskiyou County, originating from the Wright Springs fire located in Oregon. Ventilation is expected to be pretty good this afternoon. Higher base clouds may work their way up from the south and provide some filtered sunshine to the southern tier. Otherwise, the main shading cumulus buildups should be found south of the GACC boundary and allow for quite a bit of sun across the area. An offshore low and Pacific troughing will be the main weather pattern influencers during the next 7 days. The offshore low will be the initial catalyst that draws moisture and instability over portions of the area Tuesday through Friday. It appears that the more progressive trough approach that the GFS model has been indicating will win out versus the Euro's slower cutoff solution. Either way, temperatures will begin to moderate after a 7-day heat wave event. High temperatures should remain near to above normal most areas through Tuesday, then mixed anomalies are likely the rest of the forecast period, although noticeable cooling should occur due to the deeper onshore flow and added cloud cover. Thunderstorm chances return Tuesday, mainly near Lake Tahoe. Some rainfall will occur, but pretty limited overall with gusty outflow winds possible. Thunderstorm chances increase Wednesday across the east based on the 3 lightning guidance tools found on this slide. There are mixed guidance signals across the northwest. Small footprints of wetting rain would be found across the east, but also accompanied with strong downdrafts. A nocturnal thunderstorm signal shows up Wednesday night into Thursday morning along the southern and eastern fringe of the GACC. Models have been bouncing around on the nocturnal threat, but there is some credence to it based on a surge of tropical moisture flowing northward. Cells during the overnight early morning hours would tend to be a little drier unless they trained or repeated over the same area. The thunderstorm threat will remain on Thursday favoring the east, although can't rule out some isolated activity across the northwest as well. Some moistening of the cells is likely across the east. Some residual moisture and instability could be possible Friday and to a lesser extent into Saturday. Although with the more progressive approach with the low pressure system, the trend is for less chances overall with mixed signals from the models. Breeziness should increase a tad today with larger areas being impacted. The strongest breezes should be found across the Bay Area Delta region, across the Sierra Range, and near the Oregon border. Breezes should also pick up within portions of the Sacramento Valley. Humidity will remain low, although not as low compared to previous days. These forecast images are valid at 1700 today. Areas of breezy conditions will continue on Tuesday with a little more moderation to the dry air mass, but minimum humidity should be in the upper single digits, teens, and 20s across most further inland areas. These forecast images are valid at 1700 Tuesday. Much of the same is expected on Wednesday in terms of wind, although note these stronger outflows showing up across the Far East. Humidity will remain low across many areas prior to any rainfall. These forecast images are valid at 1700 Wednesday. Healthy wind gradients show up for Thursday through Saturday, while humidity will noticeably trend upward due to the deeper onshore flow. Moderately strong outflows remain a possibility, especially on Thursday. These forecast images are valid for Thursday afternoon. Due to the trough presence, breezy to locally windy conditions with more moderated humidity levels will be possible on Sunday. These forecast images are valid for Sunday afternoon. The 7-day significant fire potential product shows increased risk during the near term across most areas due to a flammable to critically flammable fuel bed, accompanied with enhanced breezy areas favoring the east. Lightning becomes more of a factor Wednesday through Friday and is likely to lead to an uptick in IA. Fuel bed moderation will likely start with the smaller diameter fuels later in the week, but certainly during the weekend. In summary, a pattern change will occur this week as the heat abates and gives way to added moisture and instability from the south. Thunderstorm chances start on Tuesday, but more so Wednesday through Friday, with most of the strike counts likely across the east, but the northwest is likely to get some. The GACC could be on the edge of a nocturnal signal Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Breezier winds will also occur in areas throughout most of the 7-day period, although humidity is likely to noticeably increase later in the week into the weekend. The extended burn periods currently observed will begin to shrink as the week progresses, especially by the weekend.